Yeah, really?
Yeah. My cousin that played at Rutgers.
That's right. Hold on. Now streaming live. All right. So we're gonna bring him up as well. Okay. Man, every week, bro. All righty, let's get going. Live from Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and from beautiful Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, hosted with Byron Jones and Victor Orocho, brought to you by the Sportscast. Today is July 14th, 2021. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Sportscast and all your channels, YouTube, Periscope, and iTunes. Please remember, we're on iTunes. We got our own podcast, the Jersey Boys Sports Talk Podcast. Please leave a rating. It'll help us out tremendously. You can listen to our show, listen to me and Byron having some fun, Jersey style, going at it. So please listen up. Now, you can also visit the Sportscast on sportscast.net. Also follow us on the sports on Twitter at the Sportscast One. It's a lot of stuff going on with the NBA. A lot of our team, the whole network is always responding. Please check out the Sports app also on iOS and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll notify you when we're on. We're live right now on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you're just driving around, you'll get a notification knowing that we're on. So we're excited to get going. My co-host and buddy and partner is back from Virginia, and he still looks like he's on vacation. So what's going on? What was hot? How can we say it's hot everywhere?
It is hot everywhere. I didn't realize it was that hot down there. That was like crazy hot. And I was like, I could have stayed in New Jersey, for all this heat.
Let me
But
ask you a question. Do you understand that when you go south, it gets hotter?
yes, I do. I've spent plenty of time in the South. That's why I don't like going to the South because it's hot.
So which part did you not realize when you go, you go south?
I guess once I crossed over, through Delaware and, through that big old bridge and tunnel, then I realized, like, it's getting kind of hot over here.
Oh my God. So did you do any visiting, anything in Virginia?
Nope, because you figure they got like Colonial Williamsburg is there. And, it makes me sweat even more when I see them walking around in the colonial outfits that are made of wool. It makes me even hotter sitting there thinking about these poor people with these hot uniforms on. So, no.
Well, they do a lot of reenacting of like stuff like the Civil Wars. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, I've seen that. I've been going there for years. I've seen it 1,000 times.
Now, let me ask you because where was the Titans? Where was that film? Where was that from? Remember the Titans?
Somewhere, not probably Richmond or some other area.
Was
Probably
it Virginia though?
yeah, it was Virginia.
Yeah, that's what I thought because I think where was he put the Battle of Gettysburg? He took him to.
Yeah, that was further up north of Virginia.
My God, well, welcome back and thanks. I saw you relaxing on the show with the darkness and everything. So
Yeah, it was getting a little dark.
I need some vacation. I need something. All righty. Well, look, we got a pretty good show today. So a little bit about the Giants. So something. So I went on the Giants news and it says right now, and it's I got a whole website here. Let me just tell you what the title is. It's saying the title is if I can get there fast enough. Okay. The who is a sleeper player to watch on the roster? 21 questions, sleeper player to watch. Okay. But in there, I want to get to something that I know that you're going to bring a comment of. So one of the components was, but the primary focus should be on the right side of the offensive line because the effectiveness of this group. Hold on, let me finish. Because the effectiveness of this group impacts every aspect of the offense. A leaky offensive line will also make the evaluation of Daniel Jones a little more difficult. It would be beneficial for the organization to see Jones under optimal conditions to see how effective he can be over the long term. If he's under pressure constant all season, there could be what if questions left unanswered at the end of the year, which nobody wants with Jones entering his fourth year. Man, I could swear you wrote that.
What have I been preaching? I've been preaching that for months. If they don't fix that offensive line, I don't care what receiver, I don't care Saquon, I don't care what they have. is not going to work.
I'm just telling you that I read just part of it before I posted it, and then when I read it, I was cracking up because I'm like, damn man, this is exactly what Byron was talking about. Yeah, that light's a little better, right? Man, it was pretty much verbatim.
If they don't fix the offensive line, he's going to get the same thing is going to happen. Saquon is going to do that hop, skip, and jump back there in the backfield, and it's going to be a nightmare all year long. And my prediction of them only winning 7 games is going to come true, or it might be even less than that.
All right. Well, I'm going to share my screen so then you can pick and choose what you think we can talk about. All right. So here's the deal, though. Just for our listeners out there, I'm just saying right now, Byron has said this quite a bit. You know, I'm a big giant believer, so I'm going to believe till the end. Giant, but at the end of the day, Byron has stated that. So we're going to go over some more of his top running backs and offensive line. So those of you that are listening at another time, you should take heed to some of his picks. We're posting it online. You may have a great fantasy football team if you follow some of what Byron's suggestions are. So look, some of this was a little confusing. Number 9, who's a sleeper player to watch? The Giants very aggressive offensive line, the Vikings, and compliment to Danielle Hunter and Everson Griffin.
Yeah, the edge rusher that they signed from Minnesota. What is that? Ifeadi Odenigbo. Mm-hmm. They signed. He was their free agent signed. He might be pretty good.
And then they say they also lost. So which one? But it says Daniel Hunter, who proved to be a nice compliment to Daniel Hunter and Everson Griffin.
Yeah, Minnesota. He was with Minnesota with these guys.
And then there's Adin Benigo.
Yeah, that's the guy that we signed in free agency.
So those are the guys to watch.
No, just that one, not just him.
Just him.
Yeah.
He's recorded 15 quarterback hits. So he's going to be a nice compliment to Leonard Williams.
Yep.
Number 8, what will the second round pick Ojulari, add to the defensive front?
He should be the difference maker. You know, they said he's real active. You know, he's good with his hands. You know, he's explosive, coming around the edge, and he's ready to play. You know, because he's one of those Georgia guys. So he should. They got him at a steal. 42?
Yeah, right here.
What they got him at. So he probably end up starting. They say he's ready, and he can make big plays. Like it says here. On the defense, which Graham is going to need more of those playmakers instead of him having let me scheme it where they're overload on this side or overload on this side or overload in the middle where he has to do that kind of stuff, and this guy should be able to win one-on-one battles.
It's funny. Part of this article says the Giants' top offseason priority was adding offensive playmakers for Daniel Jones, what they did, but pass rush was not far below it. So I think they did both of them. What they didn't do is address the line.
At all. They didn't draft anybody.
So number 7 was, what will the first round pick Kadarius Toney bring to the Giants receiving core?
I got into a big tip with somebody on Facebook behind this guy because he's also a rapper. Young Joker or whatever his name is. He's a rapper.
Tony is?
Yes, he's a rapper. He has a he has a video out and everything. So my response to that is like, well, I hope that he spends more time honing his craft, which is a football, instead of worrying about being the rap star. And I got blown up. Like behind that because you're in his pocket. I was like, no. I said when he was at the University of Florida where he was playing, you never heard about any of this stuff popping up. But then as soon as he got to the New York Football Giants, what happens? Now all of a sudden, his what you call is out. His video or whatever you want to call it is out now.
Right. The funny part is saying he was not a polished route runner in college.
Right.
There's no reason to think that he cannot become more adept at running the route tree with more reps in the NFL. Well, my concern is what you just said. If he was in a polished route runner, You better polish on his route running more than his rap.
Yep.
You agree?
Yep.
All right. And then okay, what was the main storyline for the Giants? Daniel Jones had a solid rookie 24. I just want to see if there's anything here. Nah, what was the biggest takeaway Judge draft? I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, well, you figure that was the first time that Dave Gettleman moved down in the draft. Because remember, you blew a gasket, when they were getting ready to pick, and next the Giants traded their pick to wherever they traded to, and was selected later, and then it got later and later in the evening.
Yeah, I definitely blew a gasket and I was depressed. But the free agency haul, man, we've already talked about that, but we thought they did pretty well at the end. The offensive line, again, with Cam Fleming joining the Broncos this offseason, Matt Pearl has shot to win the starting right guard, right tackle. What do you think about Matt Pearl?
Well, he's the big kid that they got from University of Connecticut. They drafted, I think it was a third round. Basically, last year was kind of sort of a red shirt year, get him in the weight room to get him big, because he's big. I think he's like 6'7", 320, wherever he is.
He only played 50% of these snaps.
But last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's basically his red shirt year, because he's got to get stronger, get in the weight room, because you figure a college weight room and an NFL weight room is two different things. Right. Two different things. So, they got him in, probably a little bit stronger, where he needs to be to play right tackle. And, hopefully he should be fine. But then again, you never know, because the guy really didn't play that much last year, and he could still be a project.
Well, he's competing against Nate Soldier.
They're going to give this kid every opportunity to win that job, because you figure with Nate Solder, he sat out last year, and then the year before when he was playing left tackle, it wasn't pretty at all. And by him being a veteran, to switch him over, because you figure be playing the left side or the right side, the footwork is different. So you don't know if he's going to be able to translate to the other side. He should, because he's a pro, but you never know. But hopefully, this young guy, comes through and does his job, I hope.
Well, here's a good line for you. You're killing me. The offensive line is far from a finished product, given some competition at various spots. But in all likelihood, New York will be relying on a youth movement with potentially 3 second-year players in the starting lineup.
Yep. I've been screaming this up and down. You've been yelling at me.
I know.
You've been calling me a traitor. Anybody that listens is calling me a traitor. All kinds of stuff. I get beat upside the head.
Hey, listen, I bring in this up, I'm giving you props. What else you want me to do?
Tell people
at least, look, I'm going to take the positive side. At least, right? They got 3 second-year players in the starting lineup. If they can get those guys to gel and mold up, at least we got a future, because we're pretty stacked everywhere else. We need that offensive line. Because let me ask you a question: if you were comfortable with the offensive line, how would you feel about this team?
They could win the division.
All right. So really, they got that. They got to figure out something to focus on. But last year, the offensive line did come together, but then it blew up with all these coaches leaving, right?
Yeah, but look what they did. When they started the gel, what they do? They went to a power game and they ran straight ahead. They everything they did, off tackle, straight ahead, whatever, and they did that stuff with Goldman last year because they didn't have Saquon. They went to a straight power game, and that's easy for a lineman to go straight ahead. It's the problem is, when you're backing up, you're pass blocking. That's the problem for Lemieux or whatever, Lemieux, Hernandez, Gates, Pearl, Andrew Thomas. The list goes on. The pass blocking is the problem.
No, I agree. Well, the deal is, what was I going to say? They were also talking about now that they got enough of the weapons offensively to be able to run some more like 12 men and 13 men sets. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Jumbo packages, because that's Garrett's. Last year they ran a little bit more of the 13 men set, and Garrett likes switching it up a lot more.
Yeah, but if you don't, and somebody else has said this that we talked to before, that if he's laying flat on his back, he can't throw the ball.
There's no doubt.
Or,
Well, how many times did he get sacked last year?
a lot.
Let's see.
I think it's like 40 something.
Let's see.
That's kind of high.
40 sacks, though.
I'm telling you, it's kind of high, man.
Okay, let's go. How many times did Daniel Jones get sacked? Oh, I got a good stat for you.
So far in his career, I got 83 times.
Or you already looked it up?
He was sacked 45 times in 2020.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
If you look it up, tell me so I don't have to turn my face.
45 sacks. And he fumbled 11 times.
Oh my God. What else? All right. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, number 2, what are some of the breakout candidates? All right, well, look, I don't want to keep going into this. I just wanted to bring up that offensive line for you that I knew you've been talking about for a long time. So I wanted to get that going and see what else is happening. So we'll see. By the way, so there's 2 things I wanted to mention. And here, let me stop sharing. Is number 1, they got Dallas really high up on the scoring and the offensive piece, right? Which I still hate. Number 2, that I go back to saying, did you see the Justin Herbert and the Patrick Mahomes kind of stuff going on?
Yeah.
I think there's nonsense with it. Patrick Mahomes, I think, all athletes bust each other's chops. And then particularly if you're in the same conference,
you got to do that.
And Patrick Mahomes has the right to say, well, we'll see what happens, right? I mean, he's the, what's he supposed to do? He's the player. He's one of the best, if not the best quarterback, right?
Number 1 guy.
Yeah, exactly. So, I just think it's bull crap. And he said, look, you're blowing out of this out of context. He's got nothing but respect for all the quarterbacks. He doesn't look like a kid that's going to be talking smack just to talk smack. No. But one thing I wanted to tell you, though, is that remember when I always said he was the most efficient scrambling quarterback in the NFL. Herbert was number 2.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going to start my conspiracy theory with Justin Herbert again. Last year he could have came out to the league. And I think the Giants were going to move up to get this guy. I don't think he wanted to come to New York. I'm going to start that.
Oh, my God. Conspiracy. So wait a second. Let me get this straight. So you're thinking, so where Eli was going to go to the Chargers, he wanted to go to New York.
He wanted
Herbert didn't want to go to New York, ended up at the Chargers.
Because he could have came out last year. If he'd have came out last year, he'd have been a top 5 pick, without a doubt. Mm-hmm. Without a doubt. And I think he knew that the Giants were, because they sent a lot of people, go look at him, last year, the year before. And all of a sudden, I want to go back to Oregon and play with my brother. My brother's playing tight end. I want to go back to school. Right? He goes back to school. And next year, because I think the Giants were going to make a move, try to get this guy.
Well, let me tell you, though, but, it kind of makes sense, though. You got to figure that, Phillip Rivers put up some numbers
Yeah.
I mean, he put up some numbers. I mean, he had like over 50,000 yards in Chicago. I mean, for the Chargers. So a guy like Justin Herbert, if I was him, I'd like to go to an offensive team. I could put up numbers. And then you got to also remember, the Giants goes back. How many Giants quarterbacks have ever been in the top 5, maybe even 10?
None.
And I love Phil Simms. Don't get me wrong. But, and I love Eli, but, I love Eli. I counted on him, but I wouldn't have counted him. I still wouldn't have counted him when he played in the top 10, maybe 10.
Well, what about Kerry Collins?
Remember, we lost that Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they still got to the Super Bowl, though. He put up good numbers. They just ran into the buzzsaw Baltimore Ravens that day.
Yeah. I don't know. I forget about that.
Yeah, that was brutal.
I saw that game. Yeah. That wasn't too good for me. All right. So let's keep going. So now we got All right. So now we got your spreadsheet, right?
Huh? I didn't hear you.
So I told you about Patrick Mahomes. There was something else I was going to tell you. It was about Dallas. They're always talking about Dallas, though.
It's Dallas. Dallas, the America's team. America's team.
American. But anyways, all right, let's get in here. Okay, what we got here? We got hello. Okay, good. All right, so let's get to the Excel. We got the right one this time.
Hey, you sure?
Yeah, I hope so.
I hope so too.
So let's start off with the running backs.
Yeah, might as well. See, I even flipped it around.
Yeah, you did. Hold on, let me make some room here. It's too much to the side. All right. So the running backs. All right, you got Derrick Henry. Okay, I agree with that. Christian McCaffrey, I agree with that. Kamara, man, all these guys are scary.
Yep.
Like, there's certain thing about defensive linemen that are scary and this and that, but you always know that it's the defensive lineman that's scary, but it's like the defensive line in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
When I start thinking about Kamara, these guys are scary. Dalvin Cook. I don't know much about him. Tell me a little bit about him.
Come on, man. He's from Florida State.
Okay, I like him.
Oh, now you like him now because he's from Florida State. He's put up good numbers, since he's been there. I think he was hurt the 1 year, he didn't, put those numbers up. But he is a Florida State guy, and he has done very well for himself in the NFL.
All right, Nick Chubb, I like. Ezekiel Elliott, I like him. Okay, you got him close with Saquon, so I'll be all right.
There you go. See, I didn't want everybody to go crazy right now.
Aaron Jones from Green Bay, really interesting. Yep. Okay, John Mixon from Cincinnati. Josh Jacobs. Let me see who else. I don't know some of these guys. Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor is a New Jersey kid. He played at University of Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah?
He's the one that set all those records, the NCAA record for motion, yardage and all this other stuff. But he's a New Jersey kid.
From Wisconsin? Who was that great running back from Wisconsin? Remember Dane?
Ron Dane, another New Jersey guy.
Ron Dane, but he didn't do much in the NFL.
Yeah, he was with the Giants, remember?
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, he was Thunder and Lightning when he was with Tiki Barber. He was more like Dud and Lightning.
Dud and Lightning. Well, then again, you had Tiki Barber, so you could have that. You got J.K. Robbins. All right, man, I gotta start getting in that now because you have this. I'm gonna start watching these players, and I got the NFL ticket, so I'm excited.
Hey, go back down, up, or whatever you want to call it. Keep going. Where Nick Chubb is, you could also put like Kareem Hunt is the other guy on that team. So they have two. They have two very good running backs. Remember Kareem Hunt? He's with Kansas City, and he got a little trouble and everything. And then, pretty much that was the end of it. But they probably have the best tandem of running backs of probably all the NFL.
Okay, so then, if that's true, then look at this. What do you got here? Offense. I don't understand that why we were debating. I still think Cleveland's going to do well. Look, you got two good running backs. You got an offensive line. And then they're number 7 in defense. They're going to be pretty good.
But it all relies around who? Baker Mayfield.
I like Baker Mayfield.
But is he going to be consistent? And is he going to
put up last year?
Yeah, but what do they do? You know what they started doing?
Running the ball.
They were playing, because he got hurt. Odell, because he was trying to force the ball into Odell.
Go Dallas.
They got
Dallas.
They got the two running backs running the ball. Those guys are good. And they started running the ball, and that's when they started winning. When Odell wasn't there. I wonder why.
Well, Billy, you got the number 6 running back, Corner Byron, and the number 6 offensive line.
And the defense is kind of keep going.
Your defense is 24. Defense is 24. All right, hold on a second. All right, well, we'll see what happens with Dallas. But that's what I'm saying. Cleveland should be really good.
They should be.
Okay, Billy's agreeing. Defense is sketchy.
Very sketchy.
Hold on, let me take care of something real quick here. I mean, all the other teams, right? Hold on. All the other teams have when you have a bad defense, that's a problem. I mean, you can't. I don't think you're going to win with just an offense.
Yeah, well, like even here, like with the running backs, most of those teams have good defense. Like Tennessee does, Carolina, New Orleans, good defense, Minnesota, Cleveland does, Dallas is sketchy. The Giants are a top 10 defense now. Green Bay. So,
You don't have the Giants here.
where?
Oh, that's
Yeah, sorry.
sorry.
Number 8.
Yeah. You love your Washington, don't
Told you, gotta put
you?
Matt.
Patriots, Baltimore. You got the Dolphins defense is up there.
Yep.
I'm just saying Cleveland looks pretty good.
Yep. But what do we keep saying? They still haven't paid Baker Mayfield, as far as his contract, as far as him getting one of those big fat contracts, because they even they're kind of we don't know, so he hasn't gotten paid like those other guys yet. So we'll see.
All right, so we got Cam Akers. I like
Miles Sanders from Philly is a very good running back.
Yeah, I like Miles Sanders.
J.K. Dobbins is the one that basically ran Mark Ingram out of Baltimore.
Oh, really?
Well, they want to go with a younger back, so they got this kid.
So if you got that, and then you got Baltimore with with an offensive line equal.
Yep.
And then you have Baltimore with a pretty good defense, I think.
Yep.
That's interesting. So then let's see where we got down here then, because we got everything on here. And you got Lamar Jackson at number 7. Yep. Justice should be happy. Did Dallas address defense Dallas did address defense in the draft? We'll see. I don't know how much they addressed it, Billy.
Probably not. Let me see something. Let me look up Dallas' starters.
All right. Well, you're doing that. Okay. Myles Gaskins. I like Gaskins, but you got him at 32.
He's got to prove it. Well, look also with, Delvin Singletary, Tevin Coleman, the Jet fans, Tevin Coleman there, they're running back. Yeah. Look where Leonard Fournette is.
You got him at 22, but he's playoff Leonard Fournette, so doesn't worry about it.
All right. This is their defense right now, Dallas. If they want it and start it right now, you got
Billy, here's Dallas, Billy.
DeMarcus Lawrence, defensive end, Neville Gallimore tackle, Tristan Hill tackle, Randy Gregory. We don't know when he's going to get suspended. Randy Gregory, Leighton Vanderlei. We call him Big Country. Micah Parsons is going to be the starting middle linebacker. They got Jalen Smith is the backer. Then the corners are Tavon Diggs, Donovan Wilson, Casey, and Anthony Brown are the starters of defense right now.
Interesting. I'm not a big, I'm not going to say much about Dallas. Let's see the offensive line. Okay. Wow. You think the Patriots have an offensive line and a defensive line?
Yes. You have to remember, like a lot of those guys, with New England didn't play last year. A lot, there was a few of them like on defense that, that did not, because of COVID and everything. But they are very good on.
Or because Brady left.
Are you going to blame it on Brady now? Are we going to start that again today?
Oh my God. All right. Here's the offensive line. Let's see. Okay. You got Dallas, you got Kansas City's offensive lines at 7. They made some improvements then. Look at Tampa Bay's offensive line.
Very good.
Yeah. But you don't have a decent running back for them.
Who? You got Fournette.
Yeah, he's like 25.
Yeah, but he's enough. He won a Super Bowl, didn't he? He's good enough.
He's playoff Fournette. And you got the defense. You got Tampa Bay's defense ahead of Washington. I'm impressed.
Number 1.
yeah, I think those boys are ready to play. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm happy with the Giants. Like I said before, I care about defense.
They're the I got the number one ranked defense, and the Rams are right behind it with Mr. All-World Aaron Donald.
All right, so we're good with the running backs, right?
Well, just for Justin, we got Najee Harris on like 16 or 17 on there. Keep going, or right there, number 17. Najee Harris, Alabama.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, people are starting to like some of what's happening in Pittsburgh, so I'm still not convinced with Ben. And
Well,
I like, don't get me wrong.
Upside the head today.
Huh?
They were beating him upside the head today because they said he had to, like, I think he said he threw the ball 615 times or some crazy amount that, and that most of the passes he, threw were, those short passes, like 6 yards, and that really didn't go down the field because they don't know if he could throw down the field anymore. And a lot of his linemen, Pouncey retired. The Castro, the other all-pro guy, got released. There was another one that got released. Villanueva, the big tackle that was a military guy. He's with the Baltimore Ravens, I think, now. And they got a lot of changes on their offensive line.
Right. All right. So we got the defense. Let's just go from the bottom up, though. Detroit's always there. Wow, the Falcons, the Jets, Jaguars. Wow, Philadelphia's defense is that bad?
I'm saying it. Well, yeah, I'm surrounded by these Philly people, so I gotta poke the bear and put them that low.
Yeah, Tennessee Titans. Well, that's a problem with the Titans then. The Titans should be playoff contenders.
Yeah, but if the defense is, so, it is what it is when you get to the defense. Get to the playoffs.
And what do you think? And what do you think Seattle's so low with Pete Carroll?
Because for years he was a defensive guy. That was the Legion of Doom, all this other stuff, and now it's like the Russell Wilson show, and they're worried about offense. And
Russell Wilson wants that.
He has to fix the defense, the way they usually play defense in Seattle.
That's interesting. And then what's Russell Wilson complaining about?
I'm just saying, he wants it to be more an offensive show. He wants more, receivers or say so, whatever, what's going on up there. And Seattle's just not like that, with Pete Carroll and they go defense. What were they before? Defense, run the ball.
Yep.
Except
for the Super Bowl.
Well, if they had to try to make Russell Wilson the hero and gave the ball to Marshawn, they'd have won 2.
Yep. And Brady would have lost the one.
Yes, he'd have lost another one.
To this day, I have no idea what was going through that guy's mind.
Yeah, they're still trying to figure that one out years later.
That was terrible. Terrible. All right, so we got pretty much everything here. So we got offensive line, defensive line, we got quarterbacks, we got receivers, we got tight ends. What are we missing? Specialty teams?
That was, but then you got this here at the bottom.
Right. Yeah, you got the group.
Yeah, the groups.
This is a serious fantasy football league team. I may use it.
Well, the one X factor is Deshaun Watson going to play again.
Well, not only that, the X factor also is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think he's going to play.
Do you think he's going to play for Arizona? I mean, for Green Bay?
Well, you figure. Oh, let me throw this out, my lovely Giant people. How about this? Deshaun Watson gets cleared or whatever he's getting ready to do, and we trade 3 number 1 picks for Deshaun Watson. The 2 we have next year, and then the 1 the year after.
Wow. I don't know if I trade that many picks.
3 1s for Deshaun. He's only 24, 25 years old.
Well, maybe I'll trade it.
Now you change your mind now.
The only problem is I'm scared, Byron. I mean,
I'm saying once if he gets cleared of all that matter,
I'm saying it's clear of all that stuff. I'm not scared of that. I'm saying to you, I'm scared because we've never had a star quarterback.
and what's wrong with having a star quarterback in New York?
No, it's phenomenal. It's just I'm scared of, like, I'm not used to that. But you put a Deshaun Watson around that offense that we have now, even with a lousy offensive line, Deshaun can run.
Yes, he can. Yeah, but Danny Dimes can run too, though.
Not like Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yes, he can.
Why do you say that? What gives you that?
He had that 80-yard run where he face planted. He was pretty fast going down the field.
Yeah, he was pretty fast. He was also pretty fast getting tackled by a cricket.
It was a white line tripping.
Okay. Yeah, look on your phone so I don't have to look at that. What was Daniel Jones' 40-yard and what was Deshaun Watson's?
And you kill him.
I ain't killing you. That's a fact. Can't compare. By the way, I was looking at the most scrambling running backs, and your boy Randall Cunningham was like number 2.
He ain't that fast. He ran a 4.81.
Who?
Daniel Jones.
A 4.81?
Yeah.
And Deshaun Watson?
I'll get to that next. For sure. They're saying he ran well. Unofficially, they said it between 4.68 and 4.67.
4.6, pretty fast, man. What did Lamar Jackson run?
They never timed him. I don't think he ran at all.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think he didn't run. I don't think he got time.
Well, put it this way, nobody's ever caught him from behind.
Nor has he tripped.
Come on, man. Let my guy go, man.
I can't do it, man. That was the worst. That was one of the worst things I ever seen. Someone just full out, just busting down. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Well, Lamar Jackson said he's able to run a 40-yard dash in 4.3.
Yeah, I can believe it. I just thought Deshaun Watson was faster.
Yeah, I'd still, I'm going to stick with Danny Dimes through thick and thin. And they fix offensive line. He should do well, but if they don't, it's going to be ugly.
So let's send I'm breaking in between here though. Let's send some condolences out to Ed Stewart when we talk a little bit about him. I can't believe he was on our show.
Yeah, October 20th. Yeah.
What happened? He passed away. How?
I don't know, as far as like the particulars, as far as that, but he's been sick for a long time, with some of the stuff that he's been going through, and his daughter, Janelle, and his son, and grandkids out there in Lawton, they're still working on the arrangements, as far as what's going to happen, as far as where he's going to be buried at, when, and all this other stuff because of the way things are now. So it's awful, that at least I got a chance to have him on the show, and it was really nice talking to him. I've talked to him a couple of times after that, but it's just all of a sudden I'm in Virginia, and then all of a sudden I get a phone call Texas that first it was that he was sick, and then after that he was gone.
What's that? How old was he?
I think it was like 62 or 63.
Wow, that's super young.
He was one of my, I said this before, as far as, wanting to play football, because we used to go, my dad, for some reason, we used to always go to Mattawa football games. We lived in Perth Amboy growing up, but we always went to Mattawa football games because, like, my Uncle David was one of the touchdown twins in Mattawa, like their first state championship in the 1950s. So the Jones family down there had a little weight, in Mattawa. So we would go, to Mattawa games instead of Perth Amboy. I saw his brother play. Mickey was the first one I saw play, Eddie's brother at Mattawa High School. Then it would be, Eddie was next, and then Billy, his brother, played it well, and he has a sister, Jeannie, as well, and Terry, another brother, and it was just weird going to Mattawa games because you know, they knew I was from Perth Amboy. They knew my dad lived in Perth Amboy. And, you know, hey, you know, you need to, you know, you need to come down here to Mattawa if you want to play some real football. And, you know, I would hear that, you know, all the time when I would go to games because we were up there getting our brains beaten and all this other stuff. But to go watch him play, you know, he was good. He was real, like linebacker. You know, he was a running back, fullback. You know, kick. You know, the kicker. You know, he was a good athlete. He's a really great athlete. And just to watch him play, I'm like, you know what, I could do this too, because he was like 4 years, in front of me. And I'm like, you know what, and then with him sitting there telling the stories, about going out there and play football with them, when I was a kid, and they would play like kill the youngster, and they kick the ball and chuck it to me, and I start running around in circles, and they would tear my butt up. Him, Mickey, and they would beat my brains in.
That's because you ran a 5'5". You ran a 5'5".
Man, they would tear my butt up out there. I think they just did it, just so they could beat up on somebody, besides each other. But I would watch him, play. When he played at Mattawa and all this other stuff, and I followed him when he went to Rutgers. We went some of his games. When he played at Rutgers, like the first. The Garden State Bowl when they played Arizona State, like 15 tackles every time. Eddie Store. Or then when they went down to when they beat Tennessee at Tennessee, we had the two interceptions. Watched that on TV, but it was great, watching him play. And then he followed me, as much as he could. But he was a good cousin. He was a really good guy.
Right. Well, man, we should. I'd like to email me the date that you remember him on. Let's try to get a clip with him on, and maybe we'll bring it on next week. Billy Brown sent out some prayers for Ed.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see that. I just feel like Byron lately, every week.
Yeah.
Is it me, or every week we've had someone that's passed like for the last 5-6 weeks in a row?
We're getting older, and that's just the way life is. Life. It is what it is sometimes.
When the NFL starting in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, the camp start in probably like 2 weeks. Most of them. The Giants probably like the 27th or 26th, 27th, the end of the month, and that's when all the madness starts as far as being out there and all that heat for 2 days.
Well, I think we're going to be going back to Thursdays in August.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll flip back to Thursdays because I know Justin wants to be on. He can't be on because he's got his girls on Wednesdays. And it just seems like there's, with all those damn bowlers, now they ain't here. So I like Thursdays better.
Oh, yeah, and Mark Hermillick, the Dallas Cowboy lover.
Yeah, and think about all the guys that were coming on Thursday. Now we moved to Wednesday to try to just test it out. But I think we want to move back to Thursdays, right, for the season. And then we can at least talk about it. Only the problem is it'll interrupt a little bit of the Thursday night football, but at least we can talk about that game as it's getting ready to come on.
Well, are the Giants? I wonder if they're playing. Are they playing any Thursday night games?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know they're playing in Kansas City where we're supposed to be at.
Man, I ain't going out no Kansas City, man. It's 900,000 degrees out there. I keep it's cold, it's hot, man.
900,000 degrees below.
I can't do cold, man.
And that would be so much fun, man.
Yeah, I can sit here and be cold.
You sat there and could be hot too. You went into hot, Virginia.
I didn't have no choice. All right, here we go. We got the first preseason game, Giants and Jets, August 14th. Then Giants and Browns on the 22nd. Then the Giants and the Patriots are their last preseason game. That's the 29th at 6. Then the
Browns are going to be good to see our defense against their offense.
Yep. Then you got the Broncos first. Broncos, Washington, Falcons, Saints, Cowboys.
5-0 right there.
Yeah, okay. Here, you're gonna start me going. Yeah, I'm gonna get everybody ready. Let's see. First game against the Broncos, lost.
That's a win.
Washington lost.
Win.
Falcons win.
Win.
Saints lost.
Win.
Cowboys lost.
Win.
The Rams lost. Woo.
Rams. I get Rams.
Panthers lost.
Panthers win.
The Chiefs lost. Raiders win.
Raiders win.
Buccaneers win.
Loss.
Eagles lost.
Win.
Dolphins, they're gonna beat the Dolphins.
Win. Where's it at? The Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Chargers.
Where are they playing the Dolphins?
I think is where is this? At down there.
I'm going to that game.
Yeah, sure you are.
Why wouldn't I? It's down. It's only 15 minutes from my house.
You ain't going, man.
Why wouldn't I go to the Giant Dolphin game? You know how easy it is to get a Dolphin ticket?
You probably could just walk up there and buy it at the
I'm telling you, and get a club seat.
really. They that bad.
It's South Florida, man. They're just terrible.
What was I? Let's see. Dolphins, the Chargers, Chargers gonna beat them. They're gonna beat the Cowboys the second time. They're gonna beat the Eagles the second time. They're gonna beat the Bears and beat the Washington. What was that? 7?
No, I'm already at like 8 and whatever.
7 and 10, man. 7 and 10.
I think they're gonna go either 9 and 7 or 10 and 6.
Really?
Yep.
Well, don't forget they play 17 games. Add one more.
That's right. So 10 and 7 or 9 and 8. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, you got them at 7, so I'm gonna pick 2 over you.
7 and 10. 7 and 10. They're gonna have 2 picks in the top 20.
It's better than Ofer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna start that this year.
Well, we'll see what's happening there. I'm excited for the season. Actually, I'm more excited this year than I was before. I guess between our sports talk and being able to see what's going on, and I'm just excited overall, right? To see. I just think that there's so much young talent in all the sports right now. It's crazy. Like even in baseball, my Yankees are just stinking it up. I'm just disgusted. But did you hear about the baseball player? This guy comes up from the AAA team, a pitcher for San Diego Padres. Comes up and he pitches, and they're in the National League, so he has to bat. He comes to bat, bases loaded. First pitch is low, and he swings. He hits a grand slam. He's a Latin guy, so his Latin family's coming in. They're in the game. They're watching the game. You know what it is to see a guy who comes out from AAA. It's a grand slam.
Hopefully he got the ball back.
First player in history to ever, as a pitcher, hit a grand slam.
Hopefully he got the ball back.
I don't know. I wasn't looking that far. Steven Petromino. Oh, see, Pat got 10 wins too.
Petrosino doesn't know what he's talking about.
Pat's got like yes. Billy Brun goes 0 and 5. 0 and 5 what? Billy said we're gonna go 0 and 5 to start.
Let me look at the Cowboys.
Billy must be talking about the Cowboys.
He's sitting there, he drunk again. He probably was drinking.
I got Pat saying yes, win, 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 win. Oh, he was going to win for each one. Richie Vargas, the Yankees stink. Let's go, Mets. I want to shout out. I got to shout out to the Mets. Their guy hit the home run derby.
Yeah, Alfonso. Yeah,
he did it 2 years in a row, and he said, "I'm a power hitter. I'm the best power hitter in the league." I'm impressed because I thought like Price and Harper were one of the top guys. I didn't realize the Mets had him. The Yankees had a ton of home run hitters, but the Yankees' problem is that they don't know how to hit base hits.
No, everybody wants to hit a home run.
They want to either strike out, hit a home run. But there was one game. Was this? I don't know if it was this year or last year. We had in one game 3 times bases loaded. We didn't score a run. 9 players on base. They couldn't even do a sacrifice fly. Hey, Richie's like go Mets. The Mets are playing some pretty good ball. And look, hey, shout out to that home run hitter. I give you that credit.
Here goes the Cowboys.
Pat has to get 10 wins. He says no. Alfonso gets what did he say? Gets it straight. Oh, he said get it straight. It's Alon. It's not Alfonso. It's Alonzo.
Who cares what it is? So what? Alonso, whatever, same thing.
Hey, the Mets are playing some pretty good ball. My Yankees are stinking it up, man. I just can't handle. I can't handle it. Steinbrenner must be rolling over in his grave.
No,
I think Cash's time is to go.
let's
And
beat up the.
Aaron Boone is doing the lousy. Dude, we were winning. I forgot. I think we only lost 1 or 2 games in the history of the Yankees, leading by 4 runs in the 9th inning.
Well, I guess they're paying all that money to Chapman or whatever his name is, and he's giving him a lot of time.
Chapman's got no Altuve knocked it out. They knocked it out. He goes, yeah, as Richie says, yeah, I agree with Pat, man. I think we're gonna get 9 or 10 wins. Hey, Giants are gonna surprise us. I just think I'm telling you, it's between Judge as a coach and Garrett as an offensive coach. You know, he's hard. He's a hard guy to stop.
When
he's got more to prove because he probably is pissed off with Dallas.
He probably wants another job. So, he's going to do what he got to do to get him another job, just like Graham on defense. Both of those guys, one of them are going to get a job after this year.
I don't think Garrett should be a head coach first.
Why not?
I think he's a better offensive coordinator.
All right. Billy Brandon still around? Here goes the Cowboy schedule.
Billy, are you listening, Billy?
They got the Buccaneers first, loss.
Okay, Billy, you got the Buccaneers first. That's a loss.
The Chargers second, loss.
Chargers loss.
Eagles win.
Eagles a win.
Panthers win.
No, but remember the Eagles play Dallas tough. But go ahead.
Eagles, then they played Panthers, then they played the Giants.
Okay, so they're gonna lose the Giants.
No, they're gonna win that one, the first one.
Ain't gonna
But
win
they have the Patriots next. They're gonna beat them.
Oh, Billy said he's there. So Billy, what do you got? What do you got Dallas at 4-1?
I got them 4-1 so far.
4-1 in the first 5 games, Billy.
The Vikings they play, they should beat them. That's 5 wins.
By the way, I want to say a shout out to Richie Vargas. His birthday just passed. So happy birthday, Richie.
Yeah, mine was last Monday too.
Shoot, I sent you a happy birthday. That's right.
Yeah,
I sent you happy birthday.
Then the
happy
Broncos,
birthday, Byron.
Yeah, whatever. The
I
Broncos,
did send you happy birthday.
Yeah, I know. The Broncos, then they play the Falcons next. Then they play the Chiefs. They definitely ain't gonna beat them.
Ain't gonna beat the Chiefs.
They ain't gonna. They play the Raiders. They ain't gonna beat the Raiders.
Billy said mine was the second. I don't know what that means. Oh, Billy's birthday was on the damn. We got your birthday in July. We got Richie's birthday in July, and we got Billy's in July. Damn, a lot of July birthdays.
It was a good month. The Saints, they should beat the Saints.
Oh, by the way, Billy, Richie is giving you a shout out. Happy birthday.
Yeah, who? Richie who?
Richie Vargas.
Yeah, tell him I said hello.
And by the way, Richie Vargas, we actually finally had Joe Capraro on it. He actually admitted he was a Jet fan. We all started laughing.
One of 2 Jet fans in the whole hemisphere.
Like, you're a Jet fan. He's from Jersey. By the way, he's my head coach. He says, you guys are Cancers?
Yeah.
I hate that word, but you guys that's your sign, right?
Yep. I'm up to 8 wins with the Cowboys.
8 wins with the Cowboys, Billy. What do you got? Pat, you only got 8 wins. I think we got 10. I still think we're going to take the conference. He goes Jets. Okay. Oh, he has Dallas. Billy's got Dallas at 10-7.
What?
Yeah, he's got them at 10-7. So that means if they're 10-7, they're going to win the conference.
All right.
Richie, what do you got the Jets? What's the record of the Jets this year?
Here we go. The Jets play the Panthers first. Loss.
Jets play Panthers. Loss.
Patriots loss.
Patriots loss.
Broncos loss.
Hold on. Oh, man, Billy's got the Giants. He said Dallas is going to beat them twice. I'll bet you they will not beat the Giants twice, Billy.
But Titans loss. Falcons loss. Patriots again lost. Bengals
How many is that?
Like 7.
Hey, Billy, Richie, Byron's got you guys at 0-7 to start the season.
Start the season. The only game they're going to win, they're going to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars.
On December 26th, the day after Christmas. So that'll be 1 win right there. That's week.
Richie, he's got you a run win, bro.
1.
1 win. Where you at, Rich?
Well, they're going to win 2 games.
They're gonna win 2 games.
Two.
I want to do a shout out for Shane McPherson. And, you know, he's a loyal fan of ours, and his son is doing a great job. He's going to do a couple colleges he's been visiting. I think he's already. I'm not sure which college he's committed to, but he looks like a big, nice player.
Yeah.
He's got a good build. He's got a good player. So good job, Shane. God bless you and your son. So shout out to Shane McPherson, 1983 brother, one of my fellow teammates and friends. So shout out to him. Also want to shout out. By the way, I want to shout out to Steve Petrosino's son. This guy is a social media genius. Go to Instagram, Petro Clips. Yeah, I mean, he's amazing. The guy's got a ton of followers. He does some crazy stuff, but it's pretty cool. It's getting too late. Okay, Nancy, talk tomorrow. Okay, great. But he does some pretty stuff that's pretty funny. And so shout out to him, but God bless him, man. He figured out that social media piece. So Petro Clips, check him out on Instagram and on TikTok. I just want to do a shout out to Steven, who's a good friend of mine, has helped me out with a lot of things. Jets, what do you got? Jets. Come on, Richie, what you got here, man?
2 wins. Two.
Byron's got you at 2 wins. Went silent on us. He got upset with the name. He ain't saying nothing.
2-15.
2-15. What they win last year? 1?
Well, they messed up when they won the extra game. That's how they didn't get Trevor Lawrence.
No, but they won 1 game, right?
They won 2 or 3. They didn't win many.
They did do 2 or 3?
Yeah. They're gonna luck up and win 2 games.
So they're not even gonna improve from last year?
Nah, they're not gonna improve.
Well, how they not gonna improve when they got their best
They got a rookie quarterback.
The quarterback and the receiver in the top 5 duo.
It don't matter. They got a rookie quarterback.
I don't know what that report was thinking.
Nah, it's gonna take them. They're gonna, they'll be fine, but just not this year.
Okay, yeah, we got to shout out to all the Cuban families fighting the fight out there in Cuba. It's a little crazy. It's crazy here in Miami. They shut down the highways, bro.
Really?
Yeah, the Cubans, man. Let me tell you, I can give them credit. They don't do any like rioting and looting and stuff. I'm not pointing out anybody. I'm just saying to you what they do down here. But they're so powerful down here. What they do is they organize and they get on a major highway and just park.
Wow. A lot of tow trucks.
No, you can't get to them, bro. You shut down. What are you talking? I'm talking about this ain't 5 cars. I'm talking about 3 lanes, shut you down. And that's pretty impressive if you think about it. They're not doing anything else, but they make their point. Like, you can't, you're done. And it's so many cars. How the cops going to get to you? It's amazing. And then there was a parade. Unfortunately, I had to go to a funeral. Israel Delatorre, good friend, one of my best friends, his sister passed away, unfortunately, unexpectedly. I was going to her funeral on Sunday, and dude, I couldn't get around. I had to go in circles. They blocked off. The cops wouldn't let you go. It was like a parade. And then I had some crazy dude beeping the horn behind me. And, me, Byron, I ain't got a lot of patience. So I'm like, dude, what's this guy got a problem? This is a, pretty friendly state, if you know what I mean, with protection. And I'm like, man, this dude crazy. He beeping the horn, and I let him come around me. I roll the window. I go, dude, what's going on? He goes, Viva Cuba! I'm like, oh, okay. And started beeping my horn. I thought the guy was looking for problems. I was stopped at the red light. I didn't do anything wrong. He's beeping. He was driving me nuts.
He wanted you to get out the way.
No, he was just beeping because that's what they were doing. Viva Cuba Libre. Richie says, we are going to win more than 2, please.
2.
Oh, so he shout out to Cuba first, and then he said we're going to win more than 2 games. Well, how many? How many going to win?
3.
Beating the Giants twice. I think Petro's off. Let's go. Blah, blah, blah. Well, Rich, hurry up because we're about to wrapping this up pretty soon. So how many wins you got? we'll see. I like to see what Zach Wilson does, but they got to do something with these guys. I mean, the Jets got to do something. This is their in other words, do you agree the AFC East right now is open?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Buffalo Bills are the cream.
Oh, Richie said you're crazy. They're gonna win 7 games.
He's a funny guy.
You guys have different signs.
They're gonna look up and win 2.
Which teams you think they're gonna beat? Byron, which 2 did you pick?
It was Jacksonville, and they're gonna look up and beat the Dolphins.
Okay, we got you beating the Dolphins and Jacksonville. What are the teams you think they're gonna beat, Rich? Let's see what he's got. I want to do a shout out to Jimmy Jimenez, James Jimenez. Also, his team won another softball championship. Let me say, Jimmy Jimenez is probably one of the best softball manager, coaches, player I've ever played with.
Texans might be one.
Oh, they may be Texans. They may be. Yeah, that's true. The Texans are disasters.
All right, that's if Deshaun Watson not playing.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen. That's been totally quiet.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, but you know what bothers me? Yeah, because that's right. Don't get it twisted. 7 games. All right, Rich. So other than Jacksonville and Miami, who are they going to win? Who are they going to beat? Deshaun Watson. You know what's crazy? Everything was happening. All this stuff was happening. It was very quiet in Houston. J.J. Watt makes his move. You know, DeAndre already made his move. And then Deshaun Watson decides to what do you call it? Voice his concerns and wanted to leave. And then he got hammered with all that stuff.
Yeah, he got hammered.
That time, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying, God forbid, none of those girls, I don't want anything to happen. It's kind of hard to give somebody. We're supposed to be innocent until we're proven guilty. And it's like when you defend someone that until you prove it wrong, you got to show me. It's almost like you're going against the possibility that could have happened, and I don't think that's true. It's almost it's getting too bad that just being accused of something, you're already a problem.
Social media is the worst thing that ever happened.
Looks like the schedule. I look at the schedule, laugh out loud. This is Flip speaking now. Well, no joke. It says Richie Vargas on the thing. I know who's speaking. He's like I look at the schedule. So he's just throwing. He's not even looking at the schedule. He's throwing out 7 wins.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, we got Milwaukee and Phoenix tonight. Hold on. Where's my thing? What do you think? I know you're not a big basketball guy, but what do you think about Phoenix and Milwaukee tonight?
Milwaukee. They're on a roll. They're on a roll, man.
I'm thinking
the other kid hasn't been playing that well at all. Devin Booker.
Nah, it was 1 game. What do you mean he hasn't been playing?
He hasn't been playing as well as he was prior to this.
Yes, he has. What are you talking about? He's been
not really. No.
Dude, he's been putting up 7. What? How much you want to bet?
As far
that
as
was the only game he had played. He's been putting up major points.
And what happened last game?
He just had a bad game.
Okay. But how long did he play in that game? Not long.
Oh, let's see. It's coming up. Skycam. What is this? It's coming up. I don't know. I'm taking Phoenix. I said Phoenix in 6. That's my goal. My thing.
Okay.
It's Skycam. What time's the game? Hold on. See.
Should be on now.
That's what I thought. NBA. Yeah, it's on 9. It's pregame now. It's on at He's on at 9:30. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. So for our fans, have a great night, guys. I'm out. Billy's out. Oh, come on. I just want to get the game. We'll wrap it up. I don't know how these guys get so many views with some stupid stuff. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball. My Rays versus the Yankees. I hate the Rays. All right, the game is on. So it airs at 9 o'clock. It should be on right now. Oh, what time is it?
9 o'clock, 9:04.
Yeah, it's not letting me go on. All right, well, let's wrap this up. This was pretty good. I'm glad. Thank you, everybody listening. Richie, Pat, Billy. Let's see what else we got. Everybody out there, thank you very much for tuning in. We're looking forward to next week. We're going to be changing pretty soon on Thursdays. So we're going to wrap this off. Byron taking this Virginia hat off. All righty. So as we wrap this up, as usual, we're always going to start the same thing. We're going to just keep going and keep going and keep going until we can raise enough money for the Gary Sinise Foundation. Freedom and security are precious gifts that we as Americans should never take for granted. We must do all the things we can do to extend our hand in times of need to those who willingly sacrifice each day to provide that freedom and security. While we can never do enough to show gratitude to our nation's defenders, we can always do a little bit more. Gary Sinise, please go to the GarySiniseFoundation.org, contribute $1, $2, $3, whatever you can. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at the SportsNest1, at the SportsCast1. Visit our website at thesportscast.net. And don't forget, the Jersey Boys Sports Talk is on Apple Podcasts. Download, go to your Apple phone, podcast, the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. Download it, give us a like, listen to me and Byron, join the show and have some fun. We love all you guys. God bless. My boy Byron, thank you for everything. We're glad you're back from vacation, doing the same thing you were doing on vacation. So, I got a 9:30 appointment I got to do. I still got to work.
Oh, just for next week, maybe we can play, some of the stuff with Eddie.
Yeah.
Because he was on October 30th show last year.
I emailed me that on October 30th. I'll pull it.
Well, October 20th instead. That's what I meant.
Okay, let me write this down.
Yeah, write it down. And I'll email it to you.
Yeah, why don't we do that? October 20th. Let his family know, will you?
Yep.
October 20th.
2020.
20th. Don't mess me up. 2020.
That's what it was.
Ed Stewart, right?
Yes.
Let me try to pull that. I'll get San Diego, see if we can pull that from me. Put a couple clips. Yeah, that would be nice to hear his voice. Yeah. It's always nice to hear somebody's voice. All right, my friend. God bless. Right. Let's see what we have happen. I think people should start sending you some money in for the fantasy football. I think we should do a team together for fantasy football. We should do two and pick them from the both lists, you and me, and see how we stack up against everybody else.
Well, I'm sure you're going to grab the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Just stop. We'll do one together. Relax.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to put up numbers. All right. You guys have a good night. Thank you for joining the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. Two boys from Amboy. We're proud Panthers. God bless to everybody. New Jersey, Middlesex County. Now here in South Florida and beautiful Lancaster, Pennsylvania. See you later, bro.
All right.
Peace.